Hi and welcome to video where we're going to build a custom forum based on Laravel framework and also Jetstream with Inertia.js and Vue.js and TailwindCSS. So as you can see, there are many technologies that we are going to use in this tutorial. I think it will be maybe not only one video, but some maybe 3 parts or 4, I don't know. Let's see. And as I said, we are going to build some just, forum application based on Laravel. And, when I'm starting building something, I need to make some structures. So here I already described user model, which fields will have this model, so topic model, message model, and all relations between this model. But also we will have category model. And so let's begin. And first step, it will be creation of new Laravel application with Jetstreams. And if you don't know what is Jetstreams, this is really cool starter kit with Inertia.js and Vue.js or Livewire, and it's really easy to create a new Inertia.js application with Vue.js and Laravel just by typing one command. And also I have a separate video on my channel about this starter kit. So let's begin. And first of all, we will need to create a new Laravel application. So first, let me open my terminal and I will create a new app. Oh, looks like I have some problems. So my terminal goes here. One second. You should see it now. Okay, you see my terminal. So let's move on to documents folder, to garage. It's folder where I save all my projects when I'm recording some tutorials. And let's create a new Laravel application. If you want, you can use Laravel CLI to create a new app like a Laravel new and type name of your application. In my case, I'm going to use Composer to create a new Laravel project. So I type create a project command and I choose Laravel package. So that means that I want to create a new Laravel application, and I type Inertia Laravel forum. So that will be a folder with our new Laravel applications that we are going to build. Let's wait until all dependencies will be installed. Everything installed successfully. That's great. So let's go now to Inertia Laravel forum and let's open this project in Visual Studio Code. So let me change my screen, but first I need to make full screen and also start new terminal. Okay, so I just created a new terminal in Visual Studio Code, and now I need to install this dependency. So this is Laravel/Jetstream. So let's type this command, and this will install Jetstream dependency that we need. And after that, we will need to run one more command, and this is php artisan jetstream install. And here we select that we want to create a Inertia application. So we are going to use, as I said, Inertia.js, Vue.js, and TailwindCSS in this tutorial. And we do need to make some, crazy configurations, write everything by our hand. We just need to run this command. So press enter. Let's wait until everything will be installed and all code and configuration files will be generated. So let's wait until everything will be done. Also, you can see that already handle inertia request.php middleware was created. All node models also successfully installed, and our build successfully installed. So that means that we can now start development. And because this is really simple tutorial, I don't want to use MySQL, so I'm going to use SQLite. You can choose database, whatever you want. You can use Postgres SQL in this tutorial. You can use MySQL. But if you don't want to make some connections, add some host or something like this, as me in this tutorial, you can just choose SQLite, and all your database will be stored inside database.sqlite files that will be stored inside the database folder here. Okay, so I already described which models we're going to have in our application. And first, let's open browser and let's go back to my Notion notes. And first, let's go to user model, because here we have role field, and for this role field I will create a new enum in my app. So that will be the first step. Let's close .env file. We don't need to make any configuration for now. Let's go to database, migrations, open, create a users table. Also, I don't know, you can just delete these comments because when I start development, I always delete them. And let's type here after email, let's create a new field that will be named role And also we will need to define default role, and we can, we can just type here like I don't know, user, something like this, user or other name role. But as I said, we will need to create a new enum to save all possible cases of roles in our application. So we will create a new folder named enums in app folder, and let's create here role.php file where we're gonna describe all possible roles that can exist in our application. Now let's type namespace, so it will be app/enums because we created here enums folder, and let's define name of our enum. It will be role, and we are going to return string. It's optional, you can just remove it, but in my case I like to describe which function which data type every function or class will return. Okay, so first case it will be, for example, admin, so we type here admin. Second case it will be moderator, second possible roles that can be exist in our application. And third case it will be so maybe just user or something like this, I don't know, maybe just user. Yeah, pretty simple. And let's go back to create a user stable migration, and let's type here that we want to import our role enum that we just created, and that we want to define that every user will have default role when created user role. So this by default, this field, if we don't define role of user, will have just string role user. Okay, so we created role, but that's not all steps that we need to do with this. So we go here and we need to go to casts variable. Also, I want to remove this comment because we don't need them. Okay, so yeah, let's remove these comments, and let's define that type of role. This is role enum. Oh, I see that we imported jetstream. No, we don't need jetstream. Class that is named role. We need only role enums in class. Okay, and what's next? We need to go here, and I don't want to use default ID, so I will use UUID primary. So we change data type of ID column, and we type that this is primary column, but this will have now UUID data type. But that's not all, and the finally thing that we need to do, we need to define that has UIDs. And why we import this trait, that because we are using UID here for main primary key. And yeah, that's all that we need for now. So we just configured user model, and now we need to create a new model that will be named topic, and I want to create a model and factory for this model. Oh, I mean not model, migration and factory. So this model successfully created, migration also successfully created for this model. Yeah, let's delete these comments, and let's go here, and let's start defining fields that will be inside this. Let's get back to Notion, because I don't remember all fields that we have. So first it will be title and private boolean. So for example, user can create own private topic just for notes or something like this. And yeah, that's why we have here private variable. I mean not variable but field. And as you can see, we have relations between authors. This is between user model, messages, this is message model, and category model that we also will create soon. So let's open again Visual Studio Code, and first of all let's type this title column. Next let's create boolean private. By default, every topic that user will create will be not private, so we type here false. And now let's create user ID relation. So relation between topic model and user model. So let's type here origin UID I mean. And yeah, also I need to type that I want to use here UID for ID column also. So type here this UID ID primary, and for origin UID for user ID, index. So index to get this to use this column more efficient, more faster in our database constraint. and cascade on delete. So if, for example, what this means, cascade on delete, if we will delete user will be deleted from our database. It means that all topics that user created here in our application will be also deleted. Okay, so now we have user ID, and now it's time to define this relation inside topic model. So let's go here, and first let's import has UI IDs, because we have UI ID as primary key, as we did this in user migration. And now we need to define protected fillable. But you know, you can just type guarded and leave this empty, and all fields that you have in your model will be fillable automatically. But I like to define all fillable fields here by using fillable variable. So let's type here title, title, and private. Yes, it's all. Now let's move on, but yeah, not all. We also need to define that user ID is also fillable. Now let's define that we want to get author of topic. So in our case, it will be belongs to. So belongs to relation. So because some topic can belong to some user that we have in our application, and we type here belongs to user model, import this, and user ID. So user ID, that's field that is responsible for this relation. Also, we can leave comments that we return here belongs to that class. Okay, and the next step is, let's go to user model, and here we will need to define public function topics, because if you open Notion, and you will see that I created here topics relation. So remember that we have two relations here, so user can have many topics and every topic can belong to some user. Just remember about that, and that's why we're creating all this stuff, all these relations. So has many, so as I said, every user can have some topics that are created by this user, and we type here has many, and we type that this is topic model, and that user ID, this is field that is responsible for this relation. And now let's also type here comments that we want to return here has many. Great, so now we have topics relation, we have topics table, and we have topic model. We defined some first basic relations, but that's not all, because we also need to define message model relations, and also create this model. So we created it. And also don't forget about factories, because we are going to fill all these factories soon. But first let's go to messages migration, and let's define all fields here. So the first fields that we will add here, it will be content, and it will be maybe text type. So we type here content, and yes, this is required field, so we don't need to add here any nullable function. And as I remember, in Notion we have here relation between topic ID and also user. So first let's add relation between topic ID. So let's type here topic ID. Index defines this message, maybe some message object very fast by using index and topic ID. Constraint. So just to remember, we currently are creating this topic ID field to make relation between topic and message model. And finally, let's define that cascade. This cascade, yeah, looks like I forget to enable my PHP extension. Yeah, now it's enabled, and now I can see that cascade on delete. Yeah. Okay, and finally, the last relations that we need to create here, I mean field for relations, this is user ID. Also, we are going to include here index to find very fast some message by user ID. Constraint, and the same thing, so cascade on delete. Save it. Now let's go to message model. First, let's include here that we want to use has UI IDs. Yeah, let's also check that. Oh yeah, I forget to type here that ID field will have UUID data type, and let's make this field primary. Now let's define fillable fields. So it will be just all fields that we just created. So it will be content, topic ID, and user ID. And that's all. So yeah, let's check it. Yeah, user ID. Okay. And now it's time to create all relations. So first, let's create relation between topic and message model. So it will return belongs to. So yeah, all two relations will have belongs to relation. So type here the topic function to get topic, which topic where this message was posted, and we type here return this belongs to, and let's type here topic model class ID and topic ID fields that we just created here to make this relation. Now we can just copy this relation and type here author, and now it will be user model. So let's delete this and type user class, user ID. And now we successfully created all relations that we need in message model. Okay, and now let's close this migrations also, and let's go first to topic, and every topic can have many messages. So we will type here relation has many. So every topic have some messages, so it will return has many, and this will have relation between message model. So we type here message class, message class, and we are going to build this relation by using topic ID field that we have in messages migration. And finally, in user model, let's go here, let's just copy this and type here messages, and defines that we want to make relation between message model now, and yeah, we are using user ID field to make this relation inside creating messages table migration. So we successfully created all relations and models. For now, we will create new topics without category model. So I will leave this maybe some comment here to do and create a category model just to remember this in next lessons. And now let's go to factories, because I say that we will need to use here factories. So user factory we can leave by default. Let's go to topic factory, and first of all let's define that title, this faker, maybe I don't know, so it can generate fake title, so we call here title. And also let's open node sessions. So create the topics table. Default value is already defined for private field, so we don't need to define this. And user ID, so user ID in our case it will equal to user model, and we are going to create a new user for each topic that we are going to create with topic factory. So yeah, that's all that we need for topic factory. Now let's move on to message factory, and here you will see how it's simple, why I'm making this factories by this way, because you will see how it's easy to fill all database just by using one factory with users and topics. Okay, so I don't remember all fields in message factory. No, it's this, I remember that we have content. And so yeah, this faker, maybe we can generate here some text. I don't know, so just text, or maybe words, something like this, maybe 50 words. Okay, and topic ID will equal to topic factory, and so let's topic models factory. But we remember that if we creating a new topic, then it will also automatically create a new user. So I think we can save this in new variable, and just type here user ID is equal to use topic user ID. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, so I think it's better to create a new user by this way. So we type here user, and we type here that we want to use factory, and we create only one user, so create, and this user will go here, user ID equals user ID, and now here in user ID field we type user ID. So that will, maybe this will works I think, because we did everything correctly. We set up all factories. That means that we can now use only one factory here. So we type, first we type that we want to include here message model. Now we can type factory, and let's imagine that we want to create 10 different messages, and it will create 10 different users and 10 different topics. Now let's type PHP artisan migrate fresh seed. So I want to create all tables again and seed them. Yeah, so as you can see, we get some error. So the PSQL database SQLite does not exist. Yeah, this is error that I got because I didn't create it database SQLite file, because I'm using SQLite connection, as I said at the beginning of this lesson. So I will need to create this file just by typing PHP artisan migrate, and here I will need to type yes. As you can see, everything's created successfully, so we don't need to have any problems in our migrations. But let's see how all seeding will works. And now you can see that we have one error, and looks like I don't understand where we have this problem. Query builder, so this is message. Yeah, so it looks like this is problem inside topic factory, because maybe it's in words or something like this. I don't know. But first let's type here test content. Let's run this again, and yeah, this is problem with content field here. So let's type here faker text, and maybe just some chars. Yeah, so now this is working. And now let me open Table Plus to get this database and see what we have now. So first let me create new connection. You don't see my screen for now, but you will see it soon, because I'm making connection to my PostgreSQL database. And yes, so let's go 1 second. Yeah, connect. Okay, so I successfully connected, and now let's change my screen to Table Plus. Okay, I don't see Table Plus here. Oh yeah, it's not working. Bad. Oh yeah, now you can see my screen. So let's go to topics, and as you can see, all topics generated successfully. So this is, yeah, but title, yeah, I need to use here not title field in factory, but some maybe words name or something like this. If we go to messages, you will see that we have 10 different messages. We have UI IDs, user ID, and we have 10 different IDs. I mean users with user role, emails, and everything's work correctly. So that was the first lesson of our mini course, where we are creating Inertia application, forum application with Laravel. So thanks for watching, and we're gonna meet in the next video.